Greetings to all my U.S. Taekwondo Center family. This is Master David Martin, and I just wanted to send this message out, short little message that I hope you'll find valuable. And we're in unprecedented times right now, and the one thing that we have going for us is that we have some great guidance and some great leadership within the Taekwondo community that expands beyond that. It can impact us in other ways, not just within the dojang, but in other areas of our life as well. But 3 points that I want to bring out, three little keys and three things that I believe may help us as we go through this. First of all is focus. Where are you directing your attention, right? That's going to determine a lot of how we feel about this. Are you focusing on controllable variables or uncontrollable variables? Very key component, because when I work with my clients, oftentimes when we like to use a term we call reframing. I mean, how are we looking at this? It's the old, is the glass half full or half empty model. But when you look at that, your focus will determine how you feel about things. It'll determine the decisions you make, and it'll determine everything else that comes on this afterwards, right? The two other points that I want to bring out. But I want to encourage you to focus on the things you can control. You can't control the weather. You can't control, as on this, like I said, as on this journey that we're on right now, we can't control what other people do. We cannot control their behavior. We cannot control anything, the state. We can't control the neighbor's dog, nothing. So don't allow that stuff to really wreck your life, all right, or keep you off track. Focus on what you can control. Focus on your schoolwork. Focus on your profession. Focus on your career, improving your communication. Personally, I'm taking this time because I have some challenges when I have to deal with, mine has always been organization. I get a lot of stuff done, but if you saw my desk, it'd look like a big pile of like, well, how do you even get anything done? So I'm working on the details, being better organized. So that's what I'm focusing on, improving myself in a variety of areas. Now, number two is your effort. And effort is something that it's a magical thing, your effort. It can change everything for you in just like that. I was taught by one of my business mentors in one of our events, and he was teaching, he was giving us some counseling or some training, and he looked at us all and he said, "How tall does a tree grow?" And I thought, that's a good question, but my first thought was being all analytical and smart. Well, a tree depends on the conditions, depends on the tree, the type of tree, etc. How tall does a tree grow? And after we exhausted all those responses, he looked at us and he said, "A tree will grow as tall as it can." Thought, okay, nailed us with a bit of philosophy. And then he said, "How many nuts will a squirrel gather?" And again, we were still kind of perplexed, and he said, "As many as he can." So when it comes to your effort, do as much as you can. Don't let anything distract you or dissuade you from trying as hard as you can, putting into your schoolwork, into cleaning your room. If I'm talking about the kids, right? Did you make your bed this morning? About your career, your profession, being a better communicator, being a better leader, being a better example. Your effort, do as much as you can. And thirdly, your attitude. A good attitude, as Zig Ziglar used to say, your attitude determines your altitude. How you approach things. It'll determine how other people approach you. It'll determine whether you truly have, it'll determine the relationships you have, the effectiveness of your relationships. If you're trying to be an example, if you're trying to be a connector, if you're trying to be an influencer in this day and age of leading by example. This is what one of our goals as Taekwondo practitioners is, to lead by our example. And your attitude will go a long way towards that. What's your attitude towards working online, taking online classes? What's your attitude towards getting through this self-quarantine and all these challenges that we're dealing with right now? So your focus, your effort, and your attitude. Those things will guide you not only through this journey that we're on right now, but when the next journey starts. This is Master David Martin reminding you guys that no matter what, everything, whether it's this message or another message, the choice to do something with these messages is uniquely up to you. And remember, put everything you have into everything you do, because the best is yet to come. Thank you.